Insights Daily Current Affairs plus PIB Summary 31 January 2024. Table of Contents. GS3 Economic Growth and Inequality. Content for Mains Enrichment. Screen Time for Children. Facts for Prelims. Maratha Military Landscapes. Default Bail. E-Ink Displays. Solid State Battery. Laughing Gull. Economic and Growth Inequality. Economic Growth and Inequality. Syllabus: Economy Inclusive Growth. Context: the article warns against the obsessive pursuit of economic growth in India, emphasizing that despite ambitious projections, the associated rising inequality poses significant challenges. Current status of India's growth. India's recent economic growth has been robust with an estimated 6.9% expansion in financial year 2022-2023, driven by strong domestic demand, increased infrastructure investment and robust private consumption. For financial year 2023-24, a growth of 7.3% is projected, maintaining India's fifth position in the global GDP ranking. The economy has surged to $3.7 trillion. Future prospects indicate an ambitious target of reaching a $10 trillion economy by 2035, aligning with the government's vision to transform India into a developed country by 2047. Status of inequality in India. Inequality as per status. Research SBI Research. According to a recent SBI research report, income inequality in India has decreased, indicating a positive trend of upward mobility and the growth of the middle class. Gini coefficient decreased from 0.472 in annual year 2014-15 to 0.402 in annual year 2022-24. 0.472 to 0.402. Income inequality. The top 10% holds 57% of total income. The top 1% holds 22% of total income. Bottom 50% share reduced to 13%. Tax burden on poor. The bottom 50% contributes 64% to GST. The top 10% contributes only 4%. Healthcare accessibility. 63 million pushed into poverty annually due to healthcare costs. Food security and nutrition. 74% of the population can't afford a healthy diet. 39% lack a nutrient adequate diet. Global Hunger Index 2023. The 2023 Global Hunger Index gives India a rank of 111 out of 125 countries. Highest child wasting rate. Gender inequality. India ranks 127 out of 146 countries in the Global Gender Gap Report 2023. Faces issues of missing women. Causes of increasing inequality in India. Causes: factors contributing to inequality. Concentration of wealth. The top 10% holds 77% of national wealth. The richest 1% owns 53%, while the poorer half has only 4.1%. Inadequate land reforms, leading to landlessness and economic vulnerability. Crony capitalism fosters wealth accumulation in a select group, contributing to inequality. Policy issues. Skewed distribution of economic gains, favoring specific sectors or income groups. Regressive taxation policies that benefit the wealthy contribute to income inequality. Wage gaps between skilled and unskilled workers and informal labor markets widening income disparities. The absence of minimum wage regulations and limited collective bargaining rights lead to income disparities. Social exclusion, caste discrimination, marginalizing groups, and limiting their access to opportunities, resources, and benefits. Gender inequality results in unequal access to employment opportunities and wage disparities. Unequal access to quality education, limiting upward mobility and reinforcing existing disparities. Technological advancements leads to job displacements and wage stagnation, exacerbating income inequality. Alternatives to GDP. Explore the use of green GDP. Explore the use of green GDP to account for an environmental factor. Explore alternatives to GDP such as OECD's GDP alternatives that adjust for leisure and other factors. Consider the Index of Sustainable Economic Welfare that accounts for pollution costs and income distribution. Explore the Genuine Progress Indicator that adjusts for income distribution, household work, and more. Explore well-being measures like the Happy Planet Index, Gross National Happiness, and National Well-being Accounts. Way forward. Ways description. Focus on labor-intensive manufacturing. Prioritize labor-intensive manufacturing even for domestic consumption to boost job creation. Diversity growth strategies. Develop diversified growth strategies that emphasize not just GDP growth but also the creation of high quality jobs and addressing employment elasticity. National Employment Policy. Implement a national employment policy to address both labor supply and demand, enhancing the quantity and quality of employment opportunities. Explore green manufacturing. Explore opportunities in green manufacturing to reshape India's industrial development in a sustainable manner. Address structural issues. Tackle structural issues in the economy related to caste, gender, and religion to ensure equitable distribution of growth benefits. Universal access to public services. Ensuring universal access to quality public services including healthcare, education, social security, and employment guarantee schemes significantly reduce inequality. Whose GDP is it anyway? What is Gross Domestic Product, GDP? Examine the limitations pertaining to GDP as an economic performance measurement framework of the country. Consider the following statements. Nominal GDP is calculated in a way such that the goods and services are evaluated at some constant set of prices. If the real GDP changes, it implies that the volume of production is undergoing changes. The ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP gives us an idea of how the prices have moved from the base year to the current year. Answer is C. Only 2 and 3 is correct. If the real GDP changes, it implies the volume of production is undergoing changes. The ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP gives us an idea of how the prices have moved from the base year to the current year. Then screen time for children. Screen time for children. During the 7th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, the Prime Minister emphasized the importance of quality sleep for students, sharing a personal insight that he falls asleep within 30 seconds of going to bed. He cautioned against excessive screen time, noting its potential to disrupt sleep patterns, and advocated for a balanced lifestyle. The message serves as a timely reminder for students, parents, and teachers to prioritize restful sleep as a crucial component of overall well-being. Excessive screen time among children has been associated with a range of negative impacts on their physical and mental well-being. The prolonged use of screens, particularly for activities such as gaming or social media, has been linked to health issues like obesity, sleep disorders, depression, and anxiety. Moreover, it negatively influences their cognitive development, reducing essential social skills such as empathy by limiting face-to-face interactions. To address these concerns, WHO guidelines recommend no screen time for babies under 2 years old, with limited screen time for those aged 2 to 4. Additionally, implementing parental controls and filters can help block access to unsustainable, unsuitable content and products, ensuring a healthier screen time experience for children. Nice. Maratha military landscapes. Context: India has proposed the Maratha military landscapes as its nomination for inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List for the 2024 to 25 cycle. About the Maratha military landscape was conceived by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 1670 CE, crafted between the 17th and 19th centuries. The Maratha military landscapes represent an exceptional fortification and military system envisioned by the Maratha rulers. These are 3 categories of nomination: cultural, natural, and mixed. Maratha military landscapes developed between the 17th and 19th centuries are nominated in the cultural category. Components: hill forts, Shalhar, Sivnari, Logat, Roygat, Rajgat, and Jinji forts. Hill forest fort, Pratapgarh, Hill plateau fort, Panhala. Coastal fort, Vijayadurg. Island forts, Kanderi, Suvarnadurg, and Sindhudurg. Geographical distribution: across diverse regions in Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Except for Jinji Fort, all forts are from Maharashtra. Jinji Fort is in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Establishment period: in 1670 CE, during the reign of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, persisted till 1880. Strategic significance: strategic utilization of terrain. Utilized existing terrain for guerrilla warfare against Mughals and European coastal powers. Unique military legacy: the Maratha Empire's warfare strategy is a unique example with global significance. Recognition: included in the tentative list of World Heritage Sites in 2021. Major forts: Roygat, coronation site of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj; Sivneri, birthplace of Shivaji; Sindhudurg, built on an island in the Konkan region; Pratapgarh, site of the encounter between Shivaji and Afzal Khan. Nomination category: cultural property for UNESCO World Heritage List. India has 42 World Heritage Sites, with 34 cultural sites, 7 natural sites, and 1 mixed site. In Maharashtra, cultural World Heritage Sites include Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves, Elephanta Caves, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminal, formerly Victoria Terminus, and Victorian Golith, and Art Deco ensembles of Mumbai. The natural World Heritage Site is the Western Ghats, spanning Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Maratha military landscapes. Default bail. Context: the Supreme Court of India ruled that an accused cannot seek default bail based on the grounds that the investigation is pending against other accused or that the charge sheet filed by the probe agency is incomplete. The court stated that the benefit of the provision appended to subsection 2 of section 167 of the Code of Criminal Procedure (CRPC) is available to the offender only when no charge sheet is filed and the investigation is pending against them. Once a charge sheet is filed, this right ceases, and the accused cannot claim default bail on the grounds of an incomplete charge sheet or pending investigation against other accused. Default bail, also known as statutory bail, is a right to bail that arises when a police fails to complete an investigation within a specified period. This right is enshrined in section 167 subsection 2 of the Code of Criminal Procedure (CRPC). Default bail. Ink displays. Context: a new crowd-funded phone called the Minimal Phone has featured a white e-ink display. E-ink displays used in devices like the Kindle are based on technology developed in the 1990s at MIT and owned by E-Ink Corporation. Functioning of E-ink displays. These displays utilize microcapsules filled with positively charged white particles and negatively charged black ones suspended in fuse. By applying electrical charge, the particles rise to the surface, creating text and images on the display. E-ink reflects light like paper, making it easier on the eyes, consuming little power as it doesn't require backlighting, and offering better readability under bright lighting conditions. E-ink has advantages like low power consumption and reduced eye strain, but has downsides such as slower refresh rate, color limitations, and higher costs. E-ink display. Solid battery. Context: Toyota aims to launch next generation solid state batteries within 3 years, with the potential for 2 sets of battery electric vehicles (BEVs) in its lineup, one using existing lithium-ion batteries and other featuring the new solid-state batteries. The breakthrough technology could revolutionize EVs by doubling range and significantly reducing charging time compared to traditional lithium-ion battery. Lithium-ion battery: cathode, anode, separator, discharging, charging. Solid-state battery: cathode, anode, nadula solid electrode, charging, lithium ion. Okay. Solid state batteries use solid electrodes and a solid electrolyte instead of the liquid or polymer gel electrolytes found in lithium ion or lithium polymer batteries. Solid state batteries use a variety of materials including ceramics, solid polymers, and glass. The working principle of a solid-state battery is similar to the conventional lithium-ion battery. During discharge, the cathode is reduced and the anode is oxidized. Lithium ions move from the anode to the cathode through the solid electrolyte. The reverse process occurs during charge. Solid-state battery. Laughing gull. A laughing gull, a migratory bird native to North America, has been sighted for the first time in India. The bird is known for its unique laugher-like calls, resembling human laughter. Protection status: IUCN Red List, least concern, site and CMS status not evaluated, range: they are Mostly on the they are most common on the Atlantic and Gulf coasts of North America, the Caribbean, Central America and Northern South America.